Hi guys, April here. Welcome to Canadian Excursions. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to do a double crochet. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is choose your wool. I'm using Bernat Premium Pink Rose 4-ply wool, 5mm or H hook, a darning needle to sew in your ends, and of course scissors to finish your work. So the first thing that you're going to do is attach your wool to your hook using a slip knot. I'm not going to demonstrate how to do that because I did that in my previous how-to video. So the first thing I want you to do is go ahead and chain 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So my intentions are to work in 10 double crochet, but because I want to build up lengthwise upwards in height, I'm going to leave 2 stitches here on the end, and that's going to act as my first double crochet. So the first thing you're going to do is yarn over, work into the 3rd chain from your hook. You're only going to do this on the first row, and I'll show you why later. So insert your hook, yarn over a second time, and that should leave you with 3 loops on your hook. Once you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops only, leaving 2 loops on your hook, yarn over again, and pull through those remaining 2 loops, leaving 1 loop on your hook. And you should have 2, which is your starting chain, is a double crochet, and then a second double crochet. Yarn over, insert into your next stitch, yarn over, pull through, leaving 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, oops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, insert into your next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And continue that right to the end. Now, in some videos that I've seen and projects, the pattern calls for different ways to end your row and then to turn and start your next row. Every person is different, every project is different, but I find certain ways that you do it will leave you with a bumpy end. So this is the way that I do it, which helps to keep your ends straight on both sides. So I'm going to go back and count to make sure that I have 9 crochets, 9 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you should have 1 stitch left. You're not going to count this last one because this is just your slip knot. So yarn over, insert into that last stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So now you have 10 double crochet, and this first one here, which was your first turning chain, counts as your first double crochet. So now we're going to turn our work again, but this time, instead of using a double crochet, or sorry, 2 single crochets, I'm only going to chain 1. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn my work. And then I'm going to work into this first stitch. Instead of chaining 2 like I did in the first row, I'm just going to chain 1 and work into the first chain next to your hook, or first stitch, sorry, next to your hook. So yarn over, work into that first stitch, leaving. So you should have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. This should leave you with a nice straight edge. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, And we're just going to continue this right to the very end. If I did that a little quickly, you can always go back and re-watch the first part again. Just going to get to the end here and show you what my ends look like and how to count your stitches. So once you've reached 9 stitches, I just want to go back and show you the beginning here again. It's a little different on your second row. So it kind of looks like you have 2 double crochet here. This first one is just that single chain, the single chain that I did as my turning chain, and then this next row here is your first double crochet. So the easiest way to count that is to go to the top of this row, and there should be a V there, and that's your stitch. So that's the first one that you're going to count. We should have 9 because I've left 1 stitch at the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So this is my last one here. So now I'm going to go ahead and put in my very last double crochet. So this one can be a little bit hard to see because it's so small on the very end. So you just want to look for this little 2 stitches there. It's just 2 little strips of wool, and that's where you're going to work into, is that little loop there at the end. Okay, so yarn over, insert your hook, make sure you have 2 pieces of wool on your hook, pull through, then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 again, and again I have a nice straight edge there. So I'm going to turn one more time. So yarn over, it's my turning chain, turn your work, and insert into this first stitch next to your hook. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Whoops. Yarn over, insert your hook, and continue that for row number 3. So your first chain is not a row, that's just your chain. And then your next 3 rows count as rows. I'm just going to work this through here and do the end one more time. So this should be my 9th stitch that I'm at right now. So I'm going to go back and count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And this one's a little easier as your work goes along, as you get a little higher. Once you hit your 3rd row for sure, by that time you should have a very established end here. So we're going to work into this very last square. So, oops. So yarn over, insert your hook, making sure you have 2 pieces of wool on your hook. Never leave one because that'll leave a big ugly gap at the end of your work. And pull through. There you go. So this is 3 rows of double crochet with very straight edges. So again, in the first row, we chained 2 to double back, and then in the remaining rows, we only chain 1, and we work in the first chain from your hook. So now I'll show you how to finish. Just yarn over one time, pull your work through, give it a little pull, take your scissors, cut this little end off, and then you can pull your wool through, and there you go. So I will quickly show you how to finish this up. You're going to take your darning needle, insert your wool, there we go. And I always like to work into the back of my project, not the front. In this case, it doesn't really matter, but I prefer to work into the back. So we're just going to insert your hook and slide it through a couple of stitches and pull through. So you get all your wool through there. Pull it back, turn, repeat that going in the opposite direction. I'm going through this quickly because I've already demonstrated this part in a previous video. So I'm going to pull through again, and I always like to finish my work by tripling back, and this ensures that your wool will never come loose because wool cannot stretch in 3 directions at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that through, and right here we're just going to give it a little tug, snip, and then give it a little pull, and then it disappears completely. And there you have 3 rows of double crochet with perfect straight edges. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I will be back in a few days to do another video on how to do a triple crochet. Thank you very much for watching.